All right, good morning and welcome to this active flow and breathwork session. My name is Brian and I am delighted to be with you here this morning for this exciting and invigorating class. We're going to do, I'm calling it fast and furious because we're going to do a lot of different things, but we're only going to do them for pretty quick repetition. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in any one particular thing. So hopefully we'll get a nice deep workout. We're going to begin, fair warning, we'll begin with some breath work, and we're going to do several different breaths here. So if you are not used to sitting in a supported posture for a long period of time, then just be aware that we're going to be sitting here in the initial part of the class for a bit with our breath work. And so remember that it is your practice. And so, modify, adjust, use what you need from your supports in order to make sure that you're supported at all times. I'll try to remind us to switch crisscrosses or change your posture a little bit just to maintain support. So we don't want the stress of the posture if you're not used to sitting for, say, 20 minutes in a row. We don't want the stress of sitting to interfere with the breath work. So, we want to make sure that we're supported. So that goes for the entire class. Support precedes action. So please ensure that you are utilizing whatever support you need to help you in your practice. So blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, chair, tissues. Definitely want some tissues here. We're going to breathe a little vigorously here this morning to get started. And then utilize those supports as we go through the practice. Secondarily, remember that whatever I'm offering or suggesting or inviting you into from over here is just that, an offer, a suggestion, an invitation. You are in the privacy of your own space by design. The only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is an option. So modify at any time, come out of any posture at any time, take any alternate posture at any time, particularly in the breath work. If you lose your sense of support in the posture, if you lose your sense of presence, if you lose your sense of calm, steady, focused on the breath movement, then stop or adjust in order to regain that. Our goal is always to be calm, steady, focused on the breath and moving within our own body. So particularly in these vigorous breaths, if you start to lose that sense of being calm and steady, then just back off. There is no getting anywhere. There's no winning here. There's no prizes here, okay? And so just the goal, again, be in the focus on your goal. All right, enough talk. Let's practice. So let us find our supported posture, whatever that looks like for you. Feel into whatever part of your body is in contact with something. Feel that physical sensation of connection. And then imagine that you could root into those places of connection. Extend roots down into the earth beneath you, deep into the earth beneath you. And as you extend down, I invite you to lengthen up. Lengthen your side body, lengthen your spine, lengthen your crown. Experiment with tucking your chin, lifting your crown, and turning your head left to right, right to left in order to free the back of the neck and feel the full length of your spine from the base to the crown. And then keeping your spine elongated and aligned, turn your attention inward, firstly to your breath. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages and begin to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Following your inhale into your body, wherever it may go, without stress, strain, or exertion. Following your exhale out of your body, letting go completely. Emptying and releasing all that is no longer needed, all that is no longer serving you. Then holding your awareness right there, be right there as the next inhale appears. Follow that inhale in and that exhale out. And then notice for yourself just this simple breath awareness as you turn your focus to your breath, as you allow the breath to take the main stage of your awareness. Notice even in that little practice, the shift in potentiality. And then on your next inhale, I'll invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space and to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. A sense of gratitude, any one thing for which you are grateful here today. Maybe for you today, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye. Look into your heart space. See what arises for you. And then I invite you to anchor your gratitude in your heart space and to hold it there for at least the duration of our practice. And then finally, if you would like to set an intention for your time here today, I invite you to do so now. Maybe a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart. If you'd like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do so now. As I say, Namo, Namaste. And release your hands, lift your chin, straighten your spine. Make any adjustment to your posture so that you can feel supported here in this first breath. Our first breath is going to be, so there's two parts to this breath. The first part is the movement of the body. There's a little bit of arching and rounding of the spine here. So on the inhale, the lower spine will arch, might be just a very small movement, an inch or so, maybe even less. The heart will lift, the crown will lift. We're breathing in through the nose. And on the exhale, we'll round the spine, drop the chin toward the chest, roll the hips under, and we'll exhale through the mouth. Second part of this is the arms. The arms will slide up the thighs on the inhale and down the thighs on the exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Strong, powerful breath, full inhales, complete exhales. Body, although moving, think of it this way, the conundrum of this particular sentence. Although the arms and the spine are moving, the body is very still. The awareness on the breath in the nostril or in the throat. The focus is at the brow point or just about the tip of your nose if you're just narrowing your gaze. And we're just going to be here for a minute. So begin your practice, your pace, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Arching and rounding. Settling into your rhythm. Finding your breath. Your practice. In nose, out mouth. Simple movement here. The spine, we're just warming up the body a little bit, invigorating the internal systems, engaging fully with the breath. Finding our rhythm and feeling into our practice. Now, you're going to continue this movement, but you're going to change the breath. So now you're going to breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose. And this will be your first indication if you cleared your passageways well before the class. Remember, our goal is to be calm and steady. So when we get into these breaths, we tend to overemphasize the exhale, a lot of us. We lose that equanimity. So the inhale and exhale are equal, volume, length, and intensity. So I want to keep that in mind. We want to be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body. Now you're going to continue this movement and you're going to bring these two breaths together. So it's going to be a rounding or an alternating breath. So you'll inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the mouth, and exhale through the nose. And continue that rotation. Circular breath here. Still arching and rounding the spine, moving the spine, getting a little energy moving up and down the spine, feeling into our presence, fully engaged with our breath. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine and the pelvic bowl. So engage your root lock. Lift gently at the base of your spine and the pelvic bowl. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin slightly toward the chest. Feel the back of the neck release. Focus at the third eye, very internal here. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath, lift your chin. Take a moment here to stabilize your breath. Maybe clear your passageways or clean up your now cleared passageways if that's the case. And then settle into stillness for a moment, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Focus internal, just notice what shifted. Little breath work, 3 minutes of breath work. Make a profound difference. Or not. Just notice your own experience, what's happening for you. All right. All right. Now, the hands, the thumb hooks the pinky finger. The 3 middle fingers extend up like a trident or a fork. Okay, the elbows are packed alongside the ribs. The hands are at the shoulder level. The inhale is through the nostrils as we turn the body to the left. The exhale is through the nostrils as we turn the body. The exhale is through the mouth as we turn the body to the right. Inhaling nose, exhaling mouth, slight gentle twist of the body. Find your posture, settle in, and then begin. Your rhythm, your pace. Remember, there's no need for overexertion or extra effort here. We're just settling into a nice, smooth rhythm, finding our pace in our own practice. We're focused on the breath, awareness on the breath, focus at the third eye or just beyond the tip of the nose, but internal, right? So we're feeling into the shifts in our own being here. Do our practices to regulate ourselves, our mind, our body, our emotions, our spiritual state. So we need to be paying attention, just feeling into this gentle little twisting movement. And we're freeing up the spine, but we're clearing the energy passages too. On your next inhale, come back to centered. Gently retain this breath. Lift at the base of the spine and the pelvic bowl. Now the arms are up, but the shoulders are relaxed. Chin is slightly tucked. Very still. As you're ready, release your locks, release your breath. It'll be okay. We'll just do it that way. Cleansing breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Okay. Again, the inhales through the nose, the exhales out the mouth. And we're going to alternate the arms. So on the inhale, the arm will come up and across the head. And on the exhale, with the palm open, on the exhale, the arm will continue down and around and back in front of the body over the top of the hip. So, and then the other side. In nose, out mouth. Rotating the arm around and over the head and then back down and into the lap. In nose, out mouth, arm movement alternates, very steady, very calm. Awareness on the breath. Focus at the third eye, the brow point. Be in your own rhythm, your own pace, your own breath, your own practice. Now, although the arms are moving, the body is very still. And the awareness is on the breath. Focus at the third eye, the brow point. As you exhale, bring your hands back to your knees. Gently retain the breath. Gently lift at the base of the spine in the pelvic bowl. Engage your root lock. Gently relax the shoulders. Gently tuck the chin. Engage the chin lock. Gentle retention. Be very still. Notice your experience. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath, release your hands and your chin. Keep your focus internal. Just be still. Maybe you feel a little energized. Maybe you feel a little awake and alert. Maybe not. Just notice what you feel for yourself. Got one more here. Again, the inhale through the nose. The hands will reach up toward the ceiling, palms forward. Maybe roll your eyes up. Exhale. The elbows will come back down toward the ribs. The hands will come into fists. Maybe tuck your chin. The inhale is through the nose. The exhale is through the mouth. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Now, if you're rolling your eyes up and then closing your eyes on the way down and you're losing your rhythm, then just be in that place. If the arms moving is throwing you out of your rhythm, then just, back off and just be in the breath. It's all about the breath. On your next inhale, take the arms up. Gently retain this breath while lifting and reaching for the ceiling. Root lock engaged. Now the arms are up, but the shoulders are relaxed. Chin is slightly tucked, very still. Full focus, internal. Reaching through the fingers, rooting through the spine, root lock engaged, chin lock engaged, body very still. As you are ready, float your hands down to your knee, release your locks, release your breath. just take a moment. Notice where your energy is. Notice what shifted for you. Notice how you feel. Check in with your gratitude. Check in with your intention. Breath work. Just a few minutes of breath work. Conscious, focused breathing can be really powerful. Shifting our emotion, our mind state, regulating our nervous system. This is how we heal. This is how we build resilience. This is how we make a difference in our own mind, in our own lives, in our own state of being. This is our work. This and only this is our work. The rest is just detail. Take a cleansing breath here, full inhale. Sigh it out. Complete exhale, and then gently make your way around to your mat, and we'll begin a little movement practice here. So let us start today. Let's start in wisdom pose. Child's pose. Your choice on how your knees go wide so your torso can fall between them, or narrow so your torso can rest atop the thighs. Let's take a moment to walk the fingertips out into extended wisdom pose. And then as we release our forehead, we realize we may or may not be able to reach the mat. So maybe we bring our block to play, our supports. We support ourselves at wherever we need to in order to be supported in this posture. Then and only then, let's take the hands back by the feet, palms up. This is our full expression of the pose. Let's just do a couple of deep yogic breaths here. Full inhalation down into the abdomen, perhaps. Complete exhale. In and out through the nostrils here. Let us begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Let us begin to tighten a little bit at the back of the throat, bringing our ujjayi or ocean breath into play. Beginning to hear the breath in the nostrils. Hopefully those nostrils are nice and clear now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to make a little movement. So on the inhale, well, just walk your hands out, pop up on the fingertips, feel the length underneath the arms. Inhale here. As you exhale, just walk your hands over toward the wide side of your mat on the left side. Now maybe a little bit of movement here. Just feeling a little bit of opening through the right side body. Just a gentle stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back to center and long. Exhale, walk your fingertips over toward the long side of your mat on the right side of the mat. Maybe your hands go off the mat, maybe not. And feel that opening in the left side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back to center. Lengthen. And then on your next inhale, just bring your torso upright so your hips rise over the knees, shoulders rise over the hands, and the crown is long, the hips are pressed back. This is our tabletop posture. Feel the tops of the feet release. Feel the pressure down through the knees. Our support now is our hands and knees, right? Tops of the feet a little bit. Support strongly through the knees, holding the hips upright. Strongly through the fingertips and the heel of the palm. Lengthening through the arms, holding the shoulders and the head upright. Crown is long. Hips are back. Lengthen the side body. Engage here. And then let's walk the other way. So now walk your hands out, keep the hips high, and bring your chest down to the mat, coming into your heart melting pose or puppy pose. Again, use your supports as you need to. Bring your block to play for your chest or for your forehead. Releasing your heart toward the mat. Breathing in. And breathing out. On your inhale, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. And now, let's begin a little light movement here. So, inhale, just bring your hips down and forward, so in a modified plank. And then exhale, press your hips back toward your heels into that extended wisdom pose. So let's just do that with the breath a couple times. Find your rhythm. Inhale forward to your version of modified plank. And exhale, push back. There's a little movement. Begin to find your rhythm. Full inhale, complete exhale. Your pace, your breath, your practice. Now continue your movement, but if you like, on your inhale, maybe come a little further forward. Maybe the knees lift, maybe the crown lifts. Now you're in an upward dog. And on your exhale, maybe you curl the toes and lift the hips and press back into a downward dog. Maybe not. Maybe just continue to do what we were doing. Your practice. Move within your own body. Calm, steady, focused on the breath. Moving within your own body. Okay, one more here. As you inhale, inhale to your plank. And then as you exhale, just lower to the mat. Release your hands back by your hips, palms up. Turn your cheek toward the mat. Just take a moment to breathe. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Feel the support of the mat beneath you. Turn your palms down. Your thumbs are pointed out. Bring your chin to the mat. On your inhale, just begin to lift. And maybe think less about lifting and more about lengthening. Lengthen through the crown and through the toes. And feel how that brings the torso, the upper chest, the chin, up off the mat. Breathe here. This is your supported locust. Now, as you choose to, you can add on. You maybe lift one leg and take a breath. And then maybe lift the other leg and take a breath. And then maybe lift both legs and take a breath. And then maybe lift one arm and take a breath. And then maybe lift the other arm and take a breath. And then maybe lift both arms and take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bring your feet down. If they're lifted, bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Thumb right at the breast line. Bring the elbows toward the hips, down and back behind you. Lift the crown a little bit. A little light pressure in the fingertips. Maybe you get a little more lift out of your chest into your cobra posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe pick up your hands entirely. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands, palms up. Turn your opposite cheek to the mat. Let the heels fall over and take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, bring your hands underneath the shoulders, thumbs at the breast line. Bring the chin to the mat. Curl the toes. Press through the heels. Feel the knees lift. Press into the fingers. Lengthen through the crown and then press up into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Let the chest move back toward the thighs. Let the crown fall toward the mat. Let the heels drop in the direction of the mat. Downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between your hands. Exhale, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Help it if you need to. If you want to drop your left knee, you can. Let's just do that. Let's just drop the left knee. We'll find the supported angle first, and then we'll do what we need to do from here. Pressing down into that right heel and left knee. Maybe engage your core and feel your hands maybe get lighter. Maybe you pick up your hands. Maybe you stack your hands on top of your right knee and straighten your arms to lift your torso. This is your supported low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take your arms high. Find your hand position as you breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Rotate your torso to the right. Bring your left elbow to your right knee or outside your right thigh. Stack your shoulders. Press the hands at the heart. Breathe into the abdomen as you twist. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe a little space created. Inhale, bring your torso back to center. Release the hands to the mat. Curl the toes, lift the left knee. Step the right foot back to meet the left and come into your downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward between the hands. Again, help it if you need to. And go ahead and drop the right knee, top of the right foot. Sink into the left heel, right knee, engage the core. Maybe pick up the hands. Maybe stack the hands on the left knee the opposite way. Straighten the arms to support the torso. Low lunge, supported. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take the hands high. Find your hand position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at the chest. Rotate the torso to the left, bringing the right elbow to the left knee or outside the left thigh. Stack the shoulders, press the palms at the chest. Breathe into the twist. Breathe out. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Maybe a little space created at the bottom. Inhale, torso back to center. Exhale, hands down, curl the toes, lift the right knee. Step the left foot back to join the right, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale. Just make little baby steps. Bring your feet forward between your hands and come into your forward fold. Release the head, release the hands. Lengthen through the hips. Hips go up and back toward the wall behind your legs. Straighten. Crown goes toward the mat. Forehead comes toward the shins. Hands maybe grab opposite elbows for bracing in front of or behind the legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Notice the challenge to breathing here with the head below the heart. The diaphragm is sort of constricted. Abdomen is impinged. We're having to breathe deep into the abdomen. You're bracing yourself. Release your bracing. Take a full inhale. Bring your hands to your shins. Support yourself as you press the palms against the shins. Bring the back flat, parallel to the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands, release the head. Come into your forward fold. Bend the knees. Feel that supporting the feet. Inhale. Slowly begin to roll the torso upright, one vertebra at a time from the bottom of the spine upward. As the torso comes up, the shoulders will naturally roll up and down. Fingers will release toward the mat. Palms will turn forward. Crown will get long. Imagine you could bring your heels together so you feel that lengthening on the inside part of the leg, and then press the toes and feel the lengthening on the outside of the leg. Just long, lift out of the waist, lift out of the heart, let the crown rise, tuck the chin slightly. Mountain posture. Standing on your own 2 feet, having your own back, feel into your gratitude and your intention in your heart space. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart. On the inhale, take the arms high. On the exhale, hinge and fold. On the inhale, flat back. On the exhale, fold. Place the hands beside the feet. Take the right foot back to a lunge. Drop the right knee to the top of the right foot. Inhale, come through the knee and up into your supported low lunge. On your next inhale, take your arms high. Find your lunge as you exhale, sink in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the knees, step back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, lift to your cobra. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, press to your plank. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Take a full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring your right foot forward, drop your left knee down. Inhale, rise up through your supported posture to your version of your low lunge. Establish yourself here with a full breath, finding your posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the knees, step the left foot forward to join the right forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Gather as you go. Exhale, hands to prayer at the chest. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet. Left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes. Step back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, forward to a plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, rise to your cobra. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise up, your version of the lunge. Exhale, sink in. Full inhale here. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, step the right foot forward to join the left forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer at the chest. Full inhale. Complete exhale. All right, now let's see if we can make this one movement, one breath. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, rise up, find your lunge. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Every time we're in down dog and mountain, we'll take an extra breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, rise to your lunge. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, here, get long. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the knees, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer, mountain, take a breath. Check intention, check gratitude. All right, this time let's take that extra breath out into lunge. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, step back, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale. Look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise to your lunge. Exhale, lower down, frame the foot, curl the toes, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. All right. One more complete sequence. This time we're going to take the extra breaths out when we go through the vinyasa flow or the plank and cobra portion. So follow the cue. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet. Right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, rise to lunge. Exhale, hands down. Follow the cue. Inhale, step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Side out. Inhale here. Exhale and come forward and lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down, curl the toes, lift and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, rise to your lunge. Exhale, hands down, curl the toes, step forward, forward facing. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer, take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. On the exhale, come forward and down. On the inhale, come up. On the exhale, come down and press up and back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Look up between the hands. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise to your lunge. Exhale. Reach the hands, curl the toes, step forward, forward facing. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer at the chest. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Take your time, gently bring yourself down into Dandasana or staff pose, sitting on your mat. Legs extended, heels and toes touching, toes toward the ceiling. Now, bring the right knee to the ceiling, the right heel toward the hip. Now, maybe if you have that flexibility, you can cross that right knee over outside the left thigh. But if you lose your balance in your seat, then you don't have that flexibility. So just keep it where it is. Okay. All right. Take your left arm and crook your elbow around your right knee. Take your right arm high and extend. So feel the tendency here is to dump into the lower back, right? The abdomen pushes back the lower back. So you want to stay lifted and long. And then drop the right hand behind you, open and stack the shoulders. Bring the looking over your right shoulder, perhaps looking out to the right side of the mat. The right hand is behind you like a little, you're like tenting the fingers to support you here. It's like a second spine, helping you to stay upright so we don't dump into the lower back. Stay long and lifted and twist from the abdomen. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, bring your right hand back to center and then release your hands and release the right leg long. Take a moment to maybe wiggle wobble the legs a little bit. And then bring the left knee in toward the hip, the left knee toward the ceiling, the left heel toward the hip. And again, maybe you have that flexibility to cross, but if you lose the balance in your sit bone, then just do it. Crook your right elbow into your left knee or left knee into the right elbow. Spine is long, left arm goes high. Inhale here. Exhale, open to the left. Drop the left hand behind you. Tent the fingers, support yourself as you stack the shoulders and open the heart. Twisting from the abdomen here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Release the leg. Take the arms high. And then lengthen through the crown. So feel maybe a little shift in your abdomen as you bring the abdomen forward. More think about pressing the hips back. Feel the full length of the backside of your body. And then just allow yourself to hinge at the hips. So you're bringing your belly button toward your thighs, your chest toward your knees, your nose toward your toes. Your hands will just drop. Tendency here is to reach and grab and pull. That doesn't really help us here. So let the elbows drop straight down. Let the hands fall to the thighs or the shin or the ankle. Feel how you may only have a couple of inches of movement here. It's okay. We're hinging. So we're thinking about bringing the abdomen forward while the hips go back. Almost like you could disconnect that part right there. And when you reach your fullest extension, then go ahead and tuck the chin, let the forehead fall toward the mat. Arms are relaxed and released. And we're breathing into our forward fold. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. On your inhale, reach long past your feet. Slowly come up, slowly come up, slowly come up. On your exhale, bring your hands down and gently roll your torso down onto your back. Feeling the full backside of your body supported here. Lengthen the crown. Relax the shoulders. Imagine you can pull down on your side ribs, feeling the lower spine against the mat. Let your toes fall open. Take your heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms up. Now, as you settle into this posture for your guided rest, take a moment to avail yourself of any additional support that you may want in this posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that will provide you maybe 1% more support, go ahead and avail yourself of that. And then just let go. Settle in and let go. Your efforting part of the core class is over. Now your focus is on the release and integration. And equally challenging, if not more so for some of us, to actually be still, to actually let go, to actually allow ourselves to rest, to release any analysis of the practice, to release any shaping of the body, of the mind, of the breath, settle in to a state of rest, to give ourselves a moment of respite. So we wait. We take advantage of this opportunity to neutralize. Maybe we get to that neutral mind state. Maybe we get to that neutral body state. Maybe we get to that neutral emotional state. Maybe not. Notice what's happening for you without judgment, certainly without criticism, definitely without competition. Just be. Maybe open to the possibility of grace, of giving yourself a little gratitude and a little grace for bringing yourself here, for allowing yourself to get to this space where you can actually just take a moment and find the possibility of freedom. Freedom from the demands of the mind and the imperatives of your schedule. Freedom from the constant story of you having to achieve or be. freedom from the doing, endless activity. All 70 trillion of your cells are still spinning and vibrating. But maybe in this moment, you sense them spinning and vibrating in some sort of unity. All of your energetic being is still alive, but maybe you sense that in this moment, that aliveness is concentrated and focused at the center of your being. Maybe you feel that strobe-like action. Any of you know about strobe lights. When you get the alignment of the light with the movement, it seems as if there is stillness. Beneath the sense of stillness that you may be experiencing in this moment, that I hope you're experiencing in this moment, know that there is an ongoing energetic vibration. That is you, ever present, ever knowing, ever ready, ever filled. Open your mind and your heart and your soul to the possibility of this moment of rest and blessing yourself for giving yourself this moment. If perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to begin to reconnect with your body, perhaps wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rotating your ankles and your wrists. Continuing to reconnect with your body in whatever organic way feels right for you, maybe extending your arms and legs in a big good morning stretch, maybe bringing your palms and your soles of your feet together and rubbing them a little bit, maybe rocking a little side to side, whatever works for you to reacclimate yourself with the fullness of your body. And as you continue to reacclimate, bring your awareness to your supported seat and then work organically with yourself to bring yourself back to your supported seated posture in whatever way that makes sense for you, whatever way that feels supported for you, whatever way that is internal and integral for you. And once you bring yourself back into your seat, begin to reconnect with those supports and reestablish your lengthened spine. And once again, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful here this morning. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, see yourself seated in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you can, for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.